12.
Okay, we're just leaving our visit to the market.
Thank you.
We were given $2 or 40 quarter bob to buy a meal for a family of 6. Which was pretty hard.
18.
Alright.
Okay, so as we make our way over to the second part of the exercise, I want to hear what your experiences were like. So can we get family number 1? What did you guys end up getting? What did you see? What did you hear?
We got, was it half a pound of rice?
Yeah.
Because we didn't, like, we wanted to make sure that we had rice with other things, so we also got half a pound of beans. And then we went to get plantains and 3 potatoes. That's all we had.
That's all we had left.
Okay. Was there other stuff that you had wanted to buy that you weren't able to, or that you saw?
Well, no, a lot of them said that like a traditional meal would be all of that with some cheese, but you had said no dairy.
Okay.
So that's why we didn't get the cheese. But we asked them like, what would a traditional meal be? And they said that and
Rice,
plus
beans,
cheese.
and cheese.
Okay. Cool.
But it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
How so?
Just the way the money didn't like stretch as I thought it would. Like, that you could do in America. It just doesn't work the same way.
So she said that the money, it was a little harder than she thought it would be because the money didn't stretch the way that she thought that it might. Family number 2?
Culture shock.
Culture shock?
Yeah, they definitely hustled us.
Yeah, no, they
saw
probably
us coming a
did.
mile away and was like, no deal.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, come on, just give it to us.
But we did see a kid with a sweet blowout. I don't know if anyone else saw him, but he had a sweet blowout. DJ Pauly D on the ones and twos.
Did anyone price around? Like, did you guys notice a difference in the prices?
Yes. We started off with some plantains, and then some lady was like 4 for 10. And we're like, all right, no. And then some other lady said 5 each plantain.
I mean, like, we're not giving a
that's
quarter box.
We're going back to the 4 for 10.
Even I know that's too much. We keep talking. And then we managed to hustle, well, not hustle, hustled us. But we managed to make him give us 7 plantains for 15. So.
Oh.
So we got 1/3 in there for free.
Nice. And what else did you guys get besides the plantain?
We got plantains, 3.5 pounds of rice, right? 3.5. And
Wow, that's good.
1 little onion.
One little onion for flavor.
Plantains, rice, onion.
Singular.
Singular.
We tried to get her to give us like a medium size one. She's like, no. She's like, the small ones are $2.50 and the big ones are $3. We're like, that doesn't even make sense. It's a huge difference.
And did you guys ask anybody, like, did you tell people what you were up to, or did you ask them what they like to get, what to buy? Or did you guys
asked some random guy who sold us the rice if he owned the little shop area thing, or he was renting it out, and the lady said that they owned it.
That he
They
owned it?
opened at 5 a.m. and closed at 7.
So it's a long day. It's a long day.
Avon.
Family number 3?
Yeah, what do we get?
We got
6 eggs, right?
how much rice do we
We
get?
have 1.5 pounds of rice, 6 eggs, corn,
And corn.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
and a lot.
We shopped around a lot.
Yeah.
Rice. So we kept going back. The same guy kept laughing at us.
Like we need rice for 6 people for 3 meals for 1 day. And looking at the price, I was like, how much is like a half a pound? And he poured it in the thing. He was like, are you serious? And he started laughing at us. He was like, "That's so much rice." But we'll come back. We'll come back. And he had the lowest price. So we'll back to him.
Okay. And group number 4?
We got a pound of rice, 2 pounds of beans,
Pound of beans.
or a pound.
Pound of rice, beans?
Yes. Yeah. And we hustled with something because John gave us a hint. So instead of it being like 12, it was 10. I don't know if that was much. And then we got a little packet of...
Oh, we got corn too.
Oh yeah, we got corn.
That was smart, actually. Yeah.
Seasoning,
We decided we couldn't afford the chicken, so we got the chicken flavor.
I think that's clever.
So what other types of reactions do you guys have? What were you thinking with what you saw, with what you were hearing, with the activity itself?
We
some
saw
reactions?
like a random chicken like on the ground.
Oh yeah, it freaked me out.
Okay, so animals kind of going around the market, yeah.
What really what really bothered me was that it was like dog food and like chicken, like you know, like the food they put in like a chicken feed, yeah. And then it was like the rice and beans that like humans eat, and I was like, that's gross. Like, like you know, like everything just like right, yeah, right next to it.
Like running his fingers through the rice. On the same thing, so it's not cleaned or anything. Like if you have an allergy, it can just be mixed together and everything.
So how do you guys feel in terms of how well you're able to feed your families?
Like obsessed about making sure that we have like starches, vegetables, meats, like making sure that everything is balanced so you're not hungry later. But then like what we got is just starch.
Yep.
Because that's all we could afford. So it's not even like a thought to them that we're worried that we're like getting fat and we're not eating. So.
Did anyone look at meat prices?
I couldn't find it.
There's still fish.
There's too much.
Yeah, all we saw was
yeah, it's
really
a lot going on. No, it's true. It's true.
They had some nice shoes though.
So if you guys are these families of 6, let's say, or even a family of 4, it seems like you guys would be having a difficult time sort of spreading the starches. Mostly some people didn't even get beans. So if this is your family situation, what kinds of choices are you making then in order to make sure that you can feed your family? Like what types of things might you be doing in order to be able to provide the beans that your family might need in order to survive?
Well, I mean, I think first thing we would cut back on portion size. Where like you wouldn't have 3 meals a day, you'd have 2. And then I'm thinking like as a mother, I would rather give my child the food and sacrifice myself. You know what I mean? Like so maybe I'll give my kids a larger portion and eat less. Just
So sort of rationing the type of food that you have among the family members, maybe making sure the children have more than the adults. Okay, what other types of choices might you be making if you're in a situation like that? Well, and talk that way so that...
Okay. Well, I think it's depending on the type of work you can find. So if you can't make the money doing a job, a lot of people are begging and they're going to go to places where people like us are congregating, trying to get money in that way. It's a way to try and supplement.
So yeah, one of the things that creates this average that's so low is, in terms of the average wage, is that the unemployment rate in Nicaragua is between 65 and 75%, the un- and underemployment rate. So we're talking about not being able to have a steady job, a steady income. So what might you be doing then if there are not jobs for you to be able to have a fixed income with benefits that come from the government?
Pedaling.
Pedaling? Okay.
odd jobs, like whatever you can get hired. Just kind of go up to people and be like, do you need any help today? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so odd jobs. You'll also see like a lot of people in terms of working in where it's not a recognized job that they're doing, but they're like they'll open stores out of their houses, for example, or they might like set up stands, you know, on different corners or things like that, where they'll sell like different types of food or things like that. And that's not, they don't receive any benefits. They don't receive any. That is all, you know, sort of depending on how much they can sell. What about other things? So we're just talking $2 a day. You guys went to get food. You were able to get some stuff. What other expenses are there that families are dealing with? Transportation.
Where to live. Housing.
Medical.
Definitely medical.
Health.
Education.
So in terms of kind of making it relative, or juggling fire.
That's pretty intense. I'm very impressed right now.
I can't.
Sorry.
I'll go in there.
Diapers are super expensive. Formula.
That's crazy.
And that's not even including like if something comes up that you weren't expecting to have to pay for, like if someone gets sick or something, some unwanted expense.
Also, I think from things that I've read in a lot of underdeveloped countries, alcohol families are, especially men, are buying it kind of to deal with the situation. So they're not spending. Families aren't able to spend the money on food because the shame the men are feeling. A lot of times they're going to drink to deal with that.
Yeah, so you can see a lot of issues with alcoholism, different types of abuse as a result of the pressure that a lot of these families are put under, for sure. or in the situation with the wars that they've been experiencing, you've got a lot of soldiers, a lot of people that spent their entire childhoods fighting. So